Aloha. Is that on Pearl Harbor, by the way? Whoop, whoop.
Hello and welcome. We're back from the balllifestyle.com. It's Ball Lifestyle Podcast. My name is Brian Beckner. Episode number 590 of the show. We appreciate you. Thank you very much for listening. We are recording on Labor Day. So I just want to remind everybody that there is nobility in all work, that you are all valued people, and we appreciate everyone's hard work, especially those who are members of labor unions. We appreciate you. I am joined now, as always, by Mr. Ed Daly. Ed, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. Fuck yeah, unions.
Yeah.
So I was texting with you about this, but I went with my son to a concert on Thursday night, I think.
Yeah.
It was System of a Down and Korn.
Yeah.
And there was a scary turned funny incident.
Oh, that's right. Not the one we're going to talk about later.
Yeah,
we'll
get to that one later. But I was either going to the bathroom or grabbing a beer, and when I tried to get back up to my seat, it was blocked. A woman was having a seizure, and her friends, and they're calling for medics, and then security, the dudes with the yellow jackets just start swarming and just shoving people, get out of the way, give her room, and everybody's like, we're trying to give her room. Well, we need a medic to come. And then a medic's trying to rush up the stairs, trying to brush past the guy. Security pushes him back. They're and everybody's yelling at the security, and they're just shoving everyone. They don't know what they're doing. They're just shoving.
Yeah.
And it's fucking security guards. I'm sorry you failed the cop exam. Sorry. Right. But what are we doing? She seemed to be fine after a little while. But yeah, it took a minute longer than it needed to get a first aid person, because the security was more interested in shoving people.
They do. They like shining their flashlights. You're exactly right. They wanted to be cops. They played high school football just like cops. And they don't live near a prison. They don't live close enough to a prison, because ideally they could be a prison guard, which is a great gig for them. You get a pension and shit. But no, they work a regular job, and then on the weekends they get to pretend to be a cop, which is actually so much more dangerous, because they don't get it out in the day to day.
Yeah, it's just it's bizarre. They really and I'm just naming the one incident that just happened, but have you ever been at an event where there wasn't a security guard really overstepping his bounds?
Yeah, being a dick. I kind of lost it on a Dodger Stadium usher one time, with my daughter. Friend of the show, Ryan Beckner, was with me. She can attest to this. It was we're at a day game. It was real hot. Nobody goes to those games. There's it's half full, and Dodger Stadium sells out. Yeah, sells out every night. Yeah, it was so hot, and our seats were in the sun, but right by the field. And I got a little hot, and so I backed up. We went back up the row or the aisle, and then just sat in a different seat in the shade. There were 1,000 empty seats around me. And some lady immediately comes over and it's like, "Can I see your ticket?" And I go, "Well, my seat is down there." A better seat. See that better seat? That's where I'm sitting. I've chosen to sit in a less good seat because it was a little hot. And she's like, "Well, you need to go back to your seat." And I'm like, "There's no one here." And she's like, "I'm sorry." And I was just back and forth. And I'm like, all you're trying to do is show me is use your tiniest little bit of power that you have. You have a little bit of power over me.
You're the guy at the front door of Best Buy. Can I see your items with the highlighter?
That's exactly.
What are we doing here?
What are we doing as a society? Ed, I need to tell you. I don't remember if I sent you a picture. I definitely sent it to a few people. My son. I went and saw a band on Saturday night. Austin heavy metal band. The Sword was playing in LA. And I was standing there, and I was kind of up in the balcony, and there was like an opening where you could see, like, everyone was up against the balcony, but there was a spot where you could stand back a little bit because they had it roped off, and it was like a, like the friends of the band type section, but nobody was in that section. So I was just standing behind it watching the show. And then how you get like somebody walks by you and you're like, there's something about that person. There's that first of all, this is fucking nerd rock heavy metal. So there's like 8 chicks in the place, period. Right. So this woman walks by me, this little tiny person, and she walks by me and I go, okay, I mean, obviously that chick's super hot and what's she doing here? And then, but like, there's something about them. And I like my head did the math and I'm like, that's fucking Adriana Lacerva from the Sopranos.
Wow.
Drea de Matteo. And she was standing right in front of me. Ed, this chick is a fucking genetic freak. Like, cause I'm with my special friend Ilana. And I was like, hey, that's Drea de Matteo. And she's like, it is not. She's like, there's no way she looks that good. She's like in her 50s. I'm like, I think she's like 54. I'm like,
isn't she cleaning up on OnlyFans these days?
Yes. So Ilana likes to Google everything. So she's like sitting there next to me, like Googling all the facts about it and like spouting them out. Oh yeah. Hey buddy, you got your tea? You got your I'm gay cup?
Shout out to Toe Cutter for providing the wonderful mug that changes colors.
So she's 53 years old. She has a fucking perfect ass. I mean, this chick was so much, it's always nice when you're pleasantly surprised by somebody that you've seen on TV that you think is hot, and then you see them in real life and they're fucking 5 times hotter. Yes.
So was she smaller than you would think?
Yes. I don't know why, but when watching her on TV, and I know all those guys are little, for some reason I pictured her being like 5'7".
Yes, that's the thing. I think it's because all those guys are little.
Yes, she's like 5'3". She's like pocket size. Okay. And just fucking the good hair, like the good skin, to the fucking cool vibe. She's wearing like a trucker hat. She's got her boyfriend's in some band and he's like this big fucking handsome dude. And it's just like, she's got it all. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Okay, Ed, let's look. It's Labor Day. We got shit to do. We got places to be, but we also have to entertain people.
That's what we do.
We're here to entertain.
It's Labor Day. We're putting in work.
Yes, we're laboring for you, but also we got shit to do later. So let's get to it. Let's talk about some people who died. Just tell us who was dead now. Just tell us who was dead now. It's a sad segment, very sad. And it will not be an update on who's alive. Nope. Let's get a tragic update. I was watching the YouTube of the show, and it really, the video feed really does the songs dirty. I mean, it's just real like clipped. But it's like, what? Yeah. How am I going to go through the whole show? We play songs constantly. I'm not going to go through the whole show and lay the music down on top of the music that we're playing. It can't. It just can't. What it sounds like. And also, just listen to the audio one. If you're fucking into the songs, as you should be, the audio one, it sounds perfect. It sounds great on audio. Ed, who died this week?
Well, good and bad news. Good news is I only saw one this week, which that's definitely good. Nice. Bad news. A 40-year-old woman, Caroline Klein, NBA executive, 40, rare form of cancer. Just terrible.
Yeah, that's how you know there's no God.
Yes. But I felt like, I was like, does anyone even know her? But then I saw it and I was like, well, she deserves to be honored. 40 years old.
40 years old. Hopefully she didn't have any kids. That's so sad. Very, very sad. 40 years old. Okay, Ed, let's talk some sports.
My name is Brian. They call me the other guy. I host a podcast show. I'll give hetero life a try. If you see something on my hand, It makes you think I'm not a man. It's just my cool rings, you see. They're as sparkly as can be. I might own Troy on DVD.
Ed, big week in sports. What happened this week? We're talking sports.
U.S. Open is happening right now,
Yeah.
and there was a viral video of a player, I think it was a Polish player, handing a kid a hat.
Yeah.
And while the player's just moving on the autograph line or whatever, he holds the hat out.
Yeah.
You see this older dude snatch it and quickly put it in his bag.
Yes.
Like a piece of shit.
Yes.
And people are like, I don't think that was his dad. Like, what's going on? And then people found out who it was. It was Polish millionaire Piotr Cezarek.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Zarek.
Sure. Yeah.
And so he's a CEO or something.
Yeah.
And his response,
it's great,
is, hey, if you were faster, you'd have it. And he threatened legal action for anyone trashing him. And he's just going full CEO mindset.
It's great.
He's leaned in. He's the full-on heel. He doesn't even understand that he's a piece of shit. He's just threatening legal action.
He doesn't know the law, first of all, because he's from Poland, I guess. I don't know. Like, he thinks he's being slandered by just people pointing out that he's stole a hat from a kid, which is fucking on video, which he also admits to. He's like, what?
Kid wasn't fast enough.
I got it. Like, this guy's a huge piece of shit. First of all, it's all kids, right? So this is a cool thing about the U.S. Open. They got those big balls and they go down, and the guys sign your shit after the players. You know, you can get like access to the players. And that's like, have you been to the U.S. Open, Ed?
Yes, I've been a few times, and I'm not a big tennis guy, but going to the early rounds, I don't know about I think I once went to a late round, and it's like, if that match sucks and that's the only thing going on, you're just watching that. But those early rounds.
Oh, because you can go to multiple.
You can go, hey, there's a doubles match over here.
Yeah.
This is kind of interesting. There's an upset brewing, there's buzz in the grounds, and it's very open. It's like going to a golf event. In a slightly different way, but like you can just wander and do what you want. And that's a cool thing about it. I haven't been in, I don't know, 10 years, but it's a cool event.
It looks really fun. And, some people are way into tennis. And of course, tennis is really big in the rest of the world. And so this Polish dude is all fired up, but it's all kids getting their shit signed, as it should be.
Yes.
And this guy's an adult man, and he's there getting shit signed, and then he's stealing shit from a kid who's getting a hat from a player. It's fucking wild. But I kind of respect the fact that he does not apologize in any way. He's like, what? Fuck him. Fuck that kid. I grabbed it.
I don't know much about Polish people. Like, I know the Polish Americans and the Polish jokes you'd hear, but the most fearful I think I ever was in my life. I was at an Andrew Galata fight at Madison Square Garden, and I went to piss, and there's no smoking allowed. This was not 1974. There was definitely no smoking, and you go into the men's room, and it's just full of smoke. All shaved head, bald dudes, Polish dudes, just smoking in there. And a guy's like, hey, would you mind putting it out? And then about 6 Polish dudes start screaming and stomping them on the men's room floor. And I went and got security. I don't know what they did, but I was like, I got to get out of here. And I was like, I had to like go around the wall just to because I didn't want to get part of the fray. But you just see fists. It's like one of these cartoon fights. That's my experience being around a lot of Polish dudes, like from Poland, Polish dudes.
Yeah, that is kind of what you picture. Like Polish millionaire, it kind of sounds like Panamanian Navy. You're like, wait, hold on, what? Polish CEO? What janitorial company? Like, you're like, wait, hold on, what? Say that again. But this guy is a huge piece of shit. It's a viral video. Everybody should have watched it. But maybe like the Coldplay guy could have learned, could
just
take a lesson here. Just be like, yeah, I'm
what
fucking
up?
her. I'm a CEO. I fuck who I want. What's the problem? I'm
CEO mindset.
Yeah. I got CEO mindset. I got 3 fucking commas in my net worth. What are you gonna do about it? Yeah, I fucked the HR lady. Shut the fuck up. And guess what? Guess what else I do? I listen to Coldplay and I go to their concerts. What are you gonna say about that?
Yeah. So CEO mindset is being unapologetic for being a dickhead.
Yeah. Look, you're a piece of shit. I was listening to Tim Dillon yesterday on my walk, and he was talking about these wine moms that are into Taylor Swift and how they should be forced to wear burqas and stuff. And he's like, look, if anybody that's ascended to that, because they think Taylor Swift's this like angel, and he's like, anybody that's ascended to that level is by definition not a good person. You have to be a fucking asshole to get to ascend to that level of success. And CEOs, there's no fucking good CEOs. They're all pieces of shit to some extent, and they will steal your kid's hat. And I like when they double down on it. I like when they admit who they are.
Yes, I am fully with you.
Yes.
So I was very happy. College football back this weekend. Just watching random games.
Yeah, my fucking horns.
I wasn't so good at picking them, but it was. But yeah, it's fun to have it back. And I saw a viral video of Devin Hester Jr. taking a nice kick to the house for Furman University.
Stop it, Furman University.
Yeah. So I guess So we're the stories start making the rounds, and then people like checked in with the actual Devin Hester, the University of Miami guy.
Yeah,
that's not his son. There's a kick return to Devin Hester Jr. who has nothing to do with that Devin Hester.
Devin Hester is in the Hall of Fame, right?
I think he just made it in. Like he was such a difference maker. So once he took the opening kickoff to the house.
Yeah, they don't kick off anymore, or they changed the kickoff rules, so you're never going to see another Devin Hester. But the guy was on, like, every time they kicked to him, it was kind of like the McGuire Sosa season, but for several seasons, like every kickoff, you're like, oh, Devin Hester might take this one back. Like, such a threat in the game. It is kind of funny though, but it is kind of like you could maybe lose the junior. Or like you're kind of on. Does he wear the same number?
Like this guy is probably leaning into it.
Yes. Yeah.
Even though his dad, Devin Hester Senior, is like, a plumber in Cleveland or something. Yeah. And like, that Junior is leaning in to let people think, oh, yeah, pedigree here.
Look, this reminds me.
Was a nice kickoff return.
Yeah. This reminds me of the time that my ex-girlfriend had a babysitter, and we discussed it on the show, and she had a babysitter over, and who was babysitting her kid, and it was this high school girl. And I'm like, hey, I'm Brian, I'll be in and out of the house today. I go, if you if you need anything, here's my number, you can text me or call me. I can help out if you need anything with the kid. And she's like Brian. I'm like, yeah. And she's like, Brian Beckner. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, that's my dad's name. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah. She's like, I'm like, wait, your dad is the other Brian Beckner? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, that's crazy. And she was like, kind of like nonplussed about it. Like, yeah, you're both.
That's a crazy coincidence. It's not, you don't have the wildest name, but like,
yeah, it's not a common name.
You don't run into people with your exact same name.
Right. It's like Will Smith hits a home run off the other Will Smith. And you're like, well, that's kind of crazy. But it's like probably one of the most common names in the United States, Will Smith. Right. It's in the top 20, I'm sure. Most common men's names, Will Smith, combination of names. Brian Beckner, there's probably, I don't know, a dozen of us around the country.
I think I brought this up before, but when I was promoting my book several years ago, Michelle set me up for Google alerts with Ed Daly and it would show when my name would appear in the news.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I get like a report every week, and it's always like Army generals in Northern Ireland, and like it's always somebody died and he was in the military. It's like I'm learning. I'm the last of the Ed Daly still alive.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, you're and you didn't name one of your children Ed, like there's you could be the last of the Edwards,
It dies with me.
Yeah. It does.
We'll go back to the US Open. There's the fiery Greek guy. We've done some stories about him over the years.
Yeah.
Tsitsipas.
Yeah.
Is it Nick? I'm guessing Nicholas Tsitsipas. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
but
there's a couple of Greeks. Yeah.
He raged at his opponent's underarm serves, and at the net, he said, "Next time, don't wonder why I hit you."
So, I need to know: is this like a
two-handed? Is this like a two-handed bowling thing?
Yes, because it's legal, but it's considered bitch. Stefanos, a frustrated Stefanos Tsitsipas took exception to his opponent's tactics after blowing a match point and exiting the U.S. Open in the second round, courtesy of a 5-set loss to Daniel Altmaier. The defeat means the former world number 3 Tsitsipas will end the season without playing in the third round of the Grand Slam for the first time since 2017. Altmaier deployed the legal but rarely used underarm serve a few times as he rallied in the fourth set, and Tsitsipas let the German know he did not approve as the pair shook hands at the end of a contest that lasted 4 hours and 26 minutes. Next time, don't wonder why I hit you. Okay. No, I'm just saying if you serve underarm, Tsitsipas said, implying he had targeted the German's body during the contest. Well, hold on a second. The crowd booed as the German world number 56 backed away with his hand raised, refusing to engage in the discussion. Well, he won, Tsitsipas, a former finalist at the Australian French Open, parted ways with his coach, Goran Ivanisevic.
I remember that name.
Yes, the big serve. And brought his father, Apostolos, back on board last. Wow, Apostolos Tsitsipas. Get the fuck out of here.
Save some Greek for the rest of us.
Yes. Save some pussy for the rest of us, Apostolos. Back on board last month in an attempt to arrest a worrying decline in his game. The 27-year-old has not won back-to-back matches since the Barcelona Open in April. Okay, blah, blah, blah. You have thoughts? Yeah.
So, two-handed bowling, I have a problem with because there's not an opponent doing something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't mind unconventional approaches to throw your opponent off because you're hitting. I mean, it's like anything. It's, you don't ban submarine pitchers in baseball. It's just a different approach to how you do it. So I'm with the underhand server here.
Yeah. Also, he won.
He won.
Fucking guy won the match. So what are you talking?
You're blaming it on underhand serving? Well, then you should have been able to defeat it. It's definitely coming at a slower tempo.
Yes, totally. Two things that strike me here. One, he's like, if you serve underhand again, I'm going to hit it at you. Why not just hit it? If you have that ability, why not just hit it out every single time? I see this pickleball, and I don't know what the fuck it is.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I see it. There's a park over here. They're playing it. And look, no offense, but if ladies can play with the guys at the same level, it's not much of a sport, right? It's like the ladies can play with the ladies and the guys can play with the guys. If they play together, it's like a couple ladies versus a couple guys, what are we doing here?
I have a buddy who's buddies with a orthopedic surgeon. He's like, pickleball has been the biggest boom to my business because all these old people are fucking themselves up.
Yeah, knees probably. What's
ankles?
The the Achilles, the tendon, tendon.
Achilles, like all that shit. These people are getting fucked up.
But I'm watching it and I'm like, why not just whack it right at the guy? I don't understand why they're not whacking it at each other every single fucking shot. Just hit it at the guy. So that's one. That's a legitimate tactic. The second thing that comes to mind is this tennis. It's a chess game. It's like they're all fucking great, they all have all the shots, but it's such a mind fuck. There's a great clip. There's tons of great clips of the great Andre Agassi from Las Vegas, who was one of these guys that he didn't have a big serve. He wasn't a big guy, and he didn't have the big serve.
Backhand, right? That was his thing?
He had the good backhand, and he was the good. He gave everything back to you. So you'd hit a big serve, and he'd return, and you'd be like, "What the fuck?" I usually hit that past a guy, and he'd give it back, and he could just keep returning it till you fucked up. But he tells a story one time when he's playing Boris Becker, who we learned about on the show. Likes to get his get his dicks up.
Make up stories about how he impregnates people.
Yes, he does. He does. And he went to prison. Remember, he went to prison. So, but Boris Becker was eating Andre Agassi's lunch. But then Andre realized that Boris sticks his tongue out when he's going to serve, and if he's going up the middle, his tongue goes one way, and if he's serving outside, his tongue goes the other way. And Andre's like, I knew I had him. And he goes, but I couldn't let him know. He goes, right. So I wouldn't jump the serve every single time. But when I knew that I needed the point, I would fucking jump the serve because I knew it was coming down the middle. And it's like, that's the fucking genius of a guy like Andre Agassi's game. Yes. And it's just like
deepest. Not legend behavior.
He needs to chill out and just fucking hit the ball. Like, underhand sounds a lot easier.
Yeah.
He's like, look, I play tennis with my friends and I'm fucking terrible. And I serve overhand, but then if I miss one overhand, I'm like, well, I'm going to miss another one. I better just fucking lob it over there and see what they do with it. It sounds like this German guy did that and he fucking won the match. So who's the joke on? Tsitsipas, you pussy.
We're going to stay with the tennis world. Tennis pro Casper Ruud. His least favorite part of the U.S. Open is you can smell weed everywhere. And it's New York. And there's fucking weed everywhere.
Yep.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. No, look, I'm pro weed. I will occasionally partake in a little bit of weed here and there. You know, I'm not like a fucking wake and bake guy, but once in a while,
sure,
I'll smoke a joint, concert, whatever, living room. But Ed, everywhere. It used to be like here, Southern California, you go to Venice Beach, right? Venice Beach smells like weed. You're expecting it. It's going to smell like weed. Now, I did an Instagram story about this maybe like a year ago. I was on a walk and it was a Saturday and I was coming back from a walk and I was walking through the high school by my house where my daughter went to high school. And there was like some kind of like water polo tournament or track meet or something. It was like adult. And I'm walking through the parking lot of the school and it just fucking reeks like weed. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I don't want to be the old man yells at cloud over here, but like, do I have to smell weed everywhere I go? And I'm pro weed. You go to the golf course, weed, the grocery store. It's just weed. All I do is smell weed all the time. Can we just have like, we didn't like cigarette smoking, and so you got to go to a certain area to smoke the cigarettes. How about the weed? We go to a certain area for that.
Yeah, I want these areas to exist, but we got to corral it.
It's too much.
On my bike ride this morning.
Oh yeah,
at 6:20 this morning.
Yeah,
I go by and there's two guys like talking to each other, and they both are smoking weed. So I'm just riding through a cloud of smoke. I'm like, it's 6:20, guys.
It's too much.
Come on, it's a lot.
It's too much with the weed. It's got just hide it. Like it should be a little bit embarrassing to smoke weed. You don't want people looking over and seeing you smoking weed. So, just kind of like do go off, go down an alley or whatever and do your weed over there.
Le'Veon Bell says he skipped a Jets game to go bowling one time because he hated playing for Adam Gase. Adam Gase's offense, I think he had a problem with.
Didn't he? Now he was on the Stillers, right? Le'Veon Bell, and then
those
he
were
held
his
out.
Good years. Those were his good years, and then I don't. Did he go directly to the Jets after that?
He forced his way.
The Steelers have been so good over the years at getting rid of a guy right before he drops off a cliff.
It's smart. It's like I think about this.
Antonio Brown.
The good teams do this. They're not. I remember a buddy of mine. The Dodgers let go of Justin Turner, and I remember a buddy of mine was like, like big tears. Dude, I love Justin Turner. Like, there's no one loves Justin Turner more than I love Justin Turner. But I mean,
there's a time and place for him.
Yeah, now. He's a 38-year-old Justin Turner. Like, look. My favorite player ever, I make no bones about this. My favorite Major League Baseball player is Max Muncy. I love him. I love guys that do a couple of things really well and they fucking maximize their potential. Like they're never going to be the best guy, but they're the best at doing the things that they do well. But Max Muncy is going to be a free agent, and he is, I think he's like 34. Like his best years are behind him, you know, and he needs to go to a team. He needs to go to a team where he doesn't have to play in the field because he doesn't really have a position. And I guarantee you at the end of the season, the Rangers, it's going to be one of these two teams. I'm going to guarantee it right now. There's two teams, the Rangers or the St. Louis Cardinals. Like you can't really picture Max Muncy's a Dodger. He's an all-time Dodger. He's a true Dodger. He's fourth all-time in home runs for the Dodgers. Greatest fucking franchise in baseball. Yeah. He's the longest tenured position player on the Dodgers. It's Clayton Kershaw and Max Muncy. Like it's not an accident that the best franchise has held on to this guy. But they're not going to hold on to him when he becomes a free agent this year. They're not because the St. Louis Cardinals are going to give him, I don't know, 3 years, $60 million, which is just too much to pay Max Muncy at 34 years old. And the Dodgers won't do it. If they'll do it for 15 and 2 years, you know, like 2 years, 30 million, then he'll stay a Dodger. But if he wants big money, he's going to go to the Rangers. Sorry.
Don't you think it's bullshit that the A's had a Max Muncy also?
Yeah.
Like
they have the same birthday.
We got the same birthday too. You got to be like, sorry, you're Butch. Until this guy retires, like we already have one Max Muncy. What do we?
Also, Max Muncy used to be on the A's. The original Max Muncy is from the
Come on.
How you can have two? That's like having two Brian Beckners and Aliso Viejo. You got two Max Muncies on the A's.
It's not two Chris Smiths. It's two Max Muncies. No, sorry, you're Butch Muncy for the next decade.
Oh, that would be better. Okay. Oh, no emails or voicemails this week. We're recording a little bit early. So that's it. Look, if you listen to the show, if you're a fan, oh shit. Hold on, Ed. That's not it. Because guess what? We got a ZipRecruiter commercial.
Let's do it.
Hold on. I got to find it. I got to go into my email. Now look, could I cut this part out? Would it be more professional if I did? The answer is yes. But am I going to? Yeah.
You know who could use ZipRecruiter?
Tell me.
MetLife. Find some new security guards that don't shove medics out of the way. Because I know you could find some good security guards on ZipRecruiter.
Hold on. Say that is actually a very, very good intro to the new ZipRecruiter spot that I'm about to read. Also, shout out to Scott Earl. Save some first names for the rest of us, because I see as I'm going through my email that he just subscribed and he went a little over the $5 limit, which I love for him and for us. Scott Earl, save some first names for the rest of us, and thank you for subscribing on Patreon. Patreon.com/The Baller Lifestyle Podcast. Ed, you are exactly right. MetLife Stadium, they could handle they need some new blood in their security forces, some people that are a little more seasoned, a little more able to perform the job. And you know where you would look for those people? Like, I can't believe they don't know about this. ZipRecruiter. It takes forever to hire people. And that's probably why MetLife Stadium ends up with these crappy security guards, because it's so time consuming.
They just look at the guys who are sadly walking out of the police academy testing room, and they're like, okay, you can work for us instead.
Exactly right.
They're not going on ZipRecruiter.
You're just sitting there waiting, hoping the right person comes through the door, hoping the right person applies. You're looking through resumes. You're just trying to get in touch with the right people. And they're just, the people you want to find are not coming through your door. That's why you need ZipRecruiter. The future of hiring looks much brighter because ZipRecruiter's latest tools and features help speed up finding the right people for your roles, so you save valuable time. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/audio. With ZipRecruiter's new advances, you can easily find and connect with qualified candidates in minutes. See a candidate you're really interested in, you can unlock their contact instantly. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2 at ZipRecruiter.com/audio. Use ZipRecruiter and save time hiring. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And you go to ZipRecruiter.com/audio right now. You can try it for free. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/audio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Okay, we'll see you guys next week. Patreon fam, we are still here. We're going to be talking some more. So please stay tuned. Thank you.
Well, it's time for Now Sports segment on the Baller Lifestyle Podcast. Now Sports. I'm talking about the segment now. Now Sports segment. Oh.
Shout out to Scott Earl one more time. Save some first names for the rest of us. Scott Earl, I'm just looking. He's commented, bonus portion blew me away. If people aren't signing up, they're lost. Top-notch content. I should have read that before we went.
Good man,
subscriber
Scott.
only. Yeah, good guy, Scott Earl. Love you, man. What's going on, Ed? What's going on?
Well, we're going to take it right back to MetLife Stadium because something else went down at the Korn System of a Down show.
Yeah.
A man was caught on video jerking off, and he was beaten up and thrown out. And the video, he's clearly jacking it. And I sent the video to my son, and I was like, that's pretty close to where we were sitting. And he was thinking we probably were 2 sections over at most.
Shut the fuck up.
Like, but that same vantage point, like it was that same tier
on the rail. Yeah. He was right up against it. And look, this is obviously a drug situation. Like no one just whips it out. No sober person just whips it out and starts jacking it. And everybody, if you watch the video, everybody like peeled away from him. Like like somebody in the right state of mind would have noticed, hey, I noticed I was jerking it around people a minute ago, and now I'm jerking it here by myself. What's going on? And he was just fucking going to town.
He was going to town.
He just loves Korn. Like Korn was on stage, and he's just fucking like just really excited to watch the music.
Look, he needs to be removed. That's not behavior we need.
Yeah, I agree.
But
yes.
The second part of the video, a guy just
very tough
comes up and ear punches him.
Yeah,
and I think that guy should be thrown out as well.
I agree.
Like,
it's a lot.
What's with punching people and thinking that's cool? Like, the guy didn't. He grossed people out, and he needs to be removed. But
there's something wrong with him.
He didn't do something to you. Like, calm down. Just get him kicked out.
Also, you had a free shot at a guy that wasn't even looking, and he seemed sort of unfazed. Now that could have been, so that's kind of a bad look for you that you're the guy that runs up behind somebody jerking off and whacks him. Yeah,
ear punch him, and he just looks back like, huh?
Yeah, well, hey, why'd you hit me? I'm jerking off here. Like, didn't you know I was jerking off? No, he needs to be confronted and asked to leave. But let's not just fucking punch people in the head. It's not. Yeah,
we're lovers,
not
fighters.
Yeah. But that was crazy. I'm surprised I didn't do that with the great Drea de Matteo standing 3 feet from me. But I have I'm not on methamphetamines, I have self-control, but I was tempted.
What if your story was different? You're like, I was jacking it at a concert and Drea de Matteo punched me in the ear hole.
What are the odds?
What are the odds? Adriana? Why'd you hit me?
This is like the time my buddy met Paula Abdul, and he's like, I was shaking her hand. He's like, I just wanted to tell her how much I used to jack off to her videos when I was a kid.
Yeah, I tell you that my old sales partner, he was at some party, and Tina Louise was there.
Oh yeah,
and he's like, "Hey, I just got to say," she goes, "Let me stop you right there. He's older than me, so she's like, you're a certain age." She's like, I have talked to so many men your age that they're gonna tell me that you used to masturbate to me when you were a kid. She's like, thank you, but I don't need to hear it anymore.
It's a weird thing to share. Like she's aware of that. Yes, I know you used to jerk off to me.
I was ginger. Yeah. Yes, I get it.
I was ginger. My tits were pushed up. I was a redhead. Like, come on. Yeah, let me have it.
But we'll stay with the topic of jerking off.
Yeah.
Because there was some sort of internet theory that the actor Jeffrey Dean Morgan, based on the musculature of his hands, that the theory was he masturbates 20 times a week.
Yes.
And so he had to answer to that and deny that that's true.
It's funny because you forget we discussed this last week.
Oh, we did. Oh,
we
yeah,
did.
yeah.
But it is time for an update because
I thought we just texted about it. That's
I know it's hard to remember. I know, but it is important that we update this because not fewer than like 4 or 5 people, male and female, reached out to me, Ed, to let me know that they quote used to jerk off at least 20 times a week. Like,
no,
that
can't be true. That can't be true.
It's a lot of jerking.
That's even my peak. I mean, we are, yeah. Now that I'm
I
thinking,
agree.
we did talk about it last week, but
yes,
I just remember we were texting about it a lot. But at my absolute peak, 20 times.
It's too much. Who jerks it that much? No one. It's just too much jerking off. Yeah.
Did we talk about the Orgy Dome?
No, we didn't. No, that we just texted about. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what's going on with the
Orgy Dome? Yeah. Orgy Dome at Burning Man was destroyed by a dust storm.
Yeah. So, and I remember one time because I think Burning Man happens outside of like Reno area, like there, like Nevada, California border. And I remember one time, and it's Labor Day weekend, right? And so I remember one time I was driving home I had been in Northern California, visiting some friends, and I was driving home and I saw like all the like burners cars coming back, and they had like, they were like painted up but all their cars were so fucking dirty. And I'm like, what, like you couldn't pay me. And they just didn't look like the kind of people that I would hang out with, like this is not.
Yeah, it just conjures an image in my mind of what Burning Man is.
And then it's like all dusty and shit. And you're like, oh, let's go to the orgy. Let's go have an orgy in a dust storm. So I can get all the skin sanded off my cock. Like what?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, just every orifice is just gonna fill up with sand.
Yeah. I'm covered in dust. Like, I like to take a shower before I do sexual intercourse, Ed, I like to be clean. I like to be clean for my partner. I don't want to have any smells or any substances on me, like
the Orgy Dome must be so gross.
So disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I think this is nature was like, hey, I gotta end this. Like, Mother Nature's like, this is disgusting. People having an orgy in a dusty, like, I'm gonna destroy it with a storm.
Blow them off the playa. And also they're like supposedly like, well, they're all fucking tech dickheads from fucking Silicon Valley anyway, right? But they're like, it's kind of like Leo DiCaprio, where they're like, this is for the environment and the planet. But then they're like burning a thing and they're like using lots of resources. And it's like, you just say that shit.
And the rich ones are using like these big glamping campers that use tons of fuel. Yeah.
Yes. Tour buses and shit. It's like, calm the fuck down. Like nobody cares. And it costs money. And it's just like, it's fucking stupid. And I hate the people. And the Orgy Dome, it's a lot like we've discussed here. It's like that live sex show that you go to in Amsterdam. Everybody goes to the live sex show.
And then
the live sex show is not sexy at all. It's very unsexy, the live sex show. And similarly, the fucking Orgy Dome with all these fucking nerds that went to Stanford that didn't get any fucking pussy in high school. And they're wearing like a leather vest and a diaper and fucking motorcycle boots. And you're like, no one wanted to fuck you then, and no one wants to fuck you now, and that's why you're at the Orgy Dome, motherfucker. What else?
People are speculating Will Smith used AI to fill out his crowds in a recent concert video.
Of course he did.
And is there anyone on the planet who doesn't think he did this?
Of course he did. Who's? We talked about Maroon 5 and the Maroon 5 guys sexed in teens. Teens are not fucking going to Maroon 5 concerts. No. Similarly, you think there's a whole stadium of people? Like, you see this Oasis, Oasis is on tour and we're like getting inundated with clips.
It's crazy how big this is. Crazy. So crazy. I just looked, like, I like a handful of Oasis songs from when I was in college.
Great.
And so I was like, they were playing this past weekend. I think the day after the System of a Down concert in New Jersey. Oasis. Yeah. And so I just was like, what's the cheapest ticket? The worst seat in the house was $380. The worst.
Way up the top.
In MetLife Stadium.
Yeah.
Was $380 a ticket.
That's
for a singular ticket. Like you can't buy a pair.
Yeah. It's insane.
It's insane.
It's like people are so into it, but it's like you get that there's nostalgia for this music, and it's kind of like timeless music, you know. It's like, you know, it's just nice. It's just good music, right? So you understand. Like, I'm not spending $400 to go see them, but I get that people do. Like, and also they've been gone for a long time, and they hated each other, and they're drunks from Manchester. They barely speak English, and it's like it's fun. What they're doing is fun. But this fucking Will Smith, like getting jiggy with it, like his song.
Nobody likes him. He's not cool.
He's never was cool. Parents just don't understand. Like, what's the one that almost won worst song? Wild Wild West.
Yeah, he was doing this kind of music while like Ice Cube was doing shit like NWA was doing stuff. He's doing Parents Don't Understand, and they're doing Fuck the Police. Like, he was never the cool rapper.
Yeah,
he was like
Welcome to Miami
and shit like that. Like, just bullshit stuff.
Nobody's buying, and that was 30 years ago, and nobody's buying tickets to that now. Like the 30 people from 30 years ago. I guess there's a few like Will Smith fans still around, but like I don't like not enough to fill a stadium. So of course he AI'd it, and also why is he do it like? I thought he was a movie star. Like, now he's a rapper again? No, thank you. Hard pass.
Yeah, hard pass. Yeah. Finally, a grandfather was accused of drugging Dairy Queen blizzards given to his grandchildren.
Whoa.
So MDMA
so they go to sleep?
Cocaine.
Whoa.
Yeah. So when I first saw that, I thought, like, did he like do some edible shit to just get like, I need my grandkids to go to sleep.
Make them sleepy.
He's been sleeping. Put him on MDMA and cocaine.
I was talking to Jay Stu. I like to bring this up. So Ed, we talked about last week. Remember, I was talking about how I got two friends that talk shit on Max Muncy in my text thread. And because they think batting average is important, and they don't realize that it's a flawed statistic, and but it was important when they were 11. So then now they think it still matters. And I'm like, and one guy's gonna tattle to the other one. And he tattled before he heard the part where I said he was going to tattle. The tattling, he just tattled away. Yeah, he just ran to tattle. Couldn't wait to tattle. Well, similarly, Ed, on the Bachelor Lifestyle podcast, Jason Stewart's super hot girlfriend, Christina, she will tattle about Jason to me. She'll DM me while we're recording to be like, Jason's lying.
Real-time tattling.
Yes. She was, so like this week, there was a bunch of, Jason always makes a bunch of, you've podcasted with him. He seems to, despite the fact that he's worked in radio for 30 years, he thinks you can like fuck with the mic and the cord the whole time and make a bunch of noise. And then, so we're doing the show and there was a bunch of beeping. And I'm like, Jason, what the fuck is that? What's that beeping? And then he's like, you know, people come in the house and they do the code to get in the house. They don't even care that I'm podcasting, blah, blah, blah. She texts me and she's like, no. She's like, Jason has been supposed to change the battery on that thing for like months. And then I question him on it. And he's like, well, I don't even know how to do that. And then she comes back and they're having an argument with me as the proxy. Yes. And she's like, I've changed the battery on that thing like 4 times. And she sends me a video of how easy it's just like, you just got to move this. And she goes, I just refuse to do it because I do it every time. It's his turn to do it. And he's just not doing it. It's great. But the other thing she tattles about is that he's supposed to be eating healthy. And she finds in his car, in his clothes, lots of wrappers for candy bars. He's Taco Bell receipts. She's always catching him. So we got on to best Blizzard flavors, and he makes the point that Heath Bar is the best Blizzard flavor, but you would never eat just a Heath Bar. You only get it as flavoring of things. What is your favorite Blizzard?
I can't say I've had Blizzard in forever. Like
me either. But you could.
There's not one around here. So it's like Snickers is one, right? Good. I think my go-to would be Snickers, but what is it, like Oreo, M&M?
Fuck Oreo. Oreo's kind of boring. What about Butterfinger? You fuck with Butterfinger?
Not enough to. It wouldn't make my. I could see. I think it's like I will try someone else's, and like I could see the Heath Bar thing. I don't think I've ever chosen the Heath Bar for myself.
You could tax your kids.
Oh, always.
Do you know about wet walnuts, the East Coast topping? That's only on the East Coast, wet walnuts. Because somebody was telling me about wet walnuts, and I'm like, what the fuck is this wet walnuts? And my daughter worked at an ice cream store, and I'm like, you got wet walnuts? She's like, what are you talking about? Wet walnuts.
I don't. It's like a very syrupy walnut. I worked at an ice cream shop in high school, and I was always like, why would someone get that? And I like nuts, but like it's a weird syrupy.
And like, get the fuck out of here with sprinkles. People just sprinkling shit. Let's just sprinkle. They're flavorless. These sprinkles.
I was gonna say it doesn't really add. It adds color.
Yeah, it maybe gives it a little crunch, but a weird crunch. Like no, thank you on sprinkles. And look,
there's just not a convenient Dairy Queen. I do need to. I mean, I wouldn't get it with 2 pills of MDMA in my blizzard. No, like that's not a flavor I'm choosing.
Yeah.
And also, Grandpa, if you want to fuck them up, like pills, they're gonna notice the pills.
They're gonna see the pills.
They went to the cops and they're like, Grandpa's putting pills in our blizzards.
Yeah, you got to crack open the pills and do the powder, and then they'll just think it's Jimmy's or AKA sprinkles. It's a different kind of it's powdered sugar. Like
what's the end game for Grandpa?
Yeah, the kids are gonna be like massaging each other and like seeing colors and shit. And cocaine, they're gonna be like, Dad, Grandpa, we need to start a lemonade stand. Like, how are we gonna get in business?
No, but bigger than any lemonade stand. It's gonna be 2 stories. 2 stories high. It's the biggest lemonade stand you've ever seen.
Franchisees. Well, we got to reach out to some franchisees. You know what we need? Viral marketing. How about we call the cops and tell them you put cocaine in our fucking blizzards, and then we'll get popular that way.
And that's how it'll work.
Okay, Ed. Great job as always. As I fucking can't find the button. Fantastic work as always from the great Mr. Ed Daly. We came in. We labored on a Labor Day. I appreciate you, Ed. For Ed Daly. My name is Brian Beckner. This has been episode number 590 of the Baller Lifestyle Podcast. We will see you next week.
Goodbye.